Okay, so this is Clark from Countable and Cortico, and we're showing you this video to explain the online walk-in system in Cortico. Um, this system is the most complicated part of Cortico, and it took Kensington Medical Clinic over a year to arrive at this solution. When they were first getting started, they wanted to control patient flow and wait times, improve the flexibility of their online bookings, and maximize doctor utilization, and also grow their patient roster and their business. So here I'm looking at Oscar, and you can see we have 5 columns, 5 schedules. Doctor 1, Doctor 2, and Doctor 3 are actual doctors in your clinic. Doctor 1 is just doing walk-in today. Doctor 2 has a short family schedule for 2 hours, seeing their family patients. And Doctor 3 has a walk-in schedule as well. At a variety of different clinics that we've installed Cortico at, there are many different processes for doing this, and Kensington believes they have arrived at a really good process that solves all the problems that I mentioned earlier. It is a little bit more complicated, but once you learn it, we believe that you'll never look back and want to do a different process. The huge benefit you get out of this process is you can actually control how many patients are coming into the clinic, and that allows you to make sure that there's no gaps in your doctor's schedule, which increases your profitability and the doctor's profitability too. Which that alone is a big benefit. But you can also reduce the wait time if the clinic's getting overwhelmed, and you can increase the amount of patients coming in if you have someone that wants to take an extra shift last minute. So you get ultimate control, like a tap that you can turn to control the amount of patients coming into your clinic. So I'll just give you a little rundown on what's been going on. It's 10 a.m. and we have 10 patients that are in the queue here waiting to be seen. For example purposes, that's just what we've set here. They've registered on your terminals and they have been placed here. So currently patient number 21 just checked in at the terminal, and patient number 12 is the next one that you're going to call when some doctor is ready to see them. I think everyone's that would be watching this video is probably familiar with this, and it's quite simple, and you're operating this in your clinics. So right now it's 10 a.m. and we've also got this other column here, and this is the one that might not look familiar. Only a few clinics are using this currently, and it's the main purpose of this video is to explain the online walk-in. So, and this allows patients to go onto your clinic website, to Cortico, and reserve a walk-in appointment. So patients like this because they can go into the clinic and be seen right away, right when they arrive, and they don't have to wait. I can see here that there's appointments only available tomorrow, and that's actually because at the time we're recording this video, it's 4:30 p.m. and so I can't see the slots available for today that were in my schedule here, but I can see tomorrow's slots, and it's up to you how long in advance you want to allow patients to book. Some clinics just allow same day online bookings because the online bookings are quite popular and fill up very quickly. Some clinics that are trying to look to add more patients into their practice will allow more days, up to 7 days or more, so that patients can have lots of opportunity to book these online reservations. So, as an example, imagine that today we're thinking the clinic's really overwhelmed, and one of our walk-in doctors is not going to be available tomorrow for part of the day. So we know that we definitely can't handle 8 extra online walk-ins. So all I have to do is lock those off. Suppose I just want 1 online walk-in available. And now everything else is blocked off. And if this patient tries to book for tomorrow, they're only going to see that 1 slot available. There, 9 a.m. As you can see, you have pretty fine-grained and complete control of these online bookings, but no doctor's been assigned, so I have flexibility to tomorrow decide exactly who's going to take this patient and how it's going to impact our schedule. Online walk-in is a schedule that we set up, in this case every 20 minutes, a 10-minute appointment, that are designed to give you exactly the amount of business that you want in your clinic in addition to your walk-in queue. So you can add additional bookings, and when patients find out about this, they tend to book them up quite quickly, and you'll find it fills up. So by adding or removing available slots in this schedule, you can basically control how many patients are coming into the clinic. The advantage of this over letting patients book individual doctors online is you are not beholden to have a patient locked to a specific doctor in advance, and that gives you a ton of flexibility when it comes to sending patients to their walk-in doctor in the clinic. So it looks like we may actually have 3 doctors that might be ready to see a patient pretty soon. So whoever's ready first could maybe take this patient. But you'll notice also that in the online walk-in, we have 4 patients that have booked specific times. And one of the concerns that's often raised about the online walk-in is how can you guarantee an exact time for walk-in when there's no doctor assigned? And it's actually really easy. All you do is let this booked for doctor take precedence because it's at 10 o'clock. It's currently 10 o'clock and they've checked in at the terminal and they're waiting. So they would actually get precedence over patient 12 here. As soon as this family doctor here who had a no-show is ready to take a patient, I could take booked for here. All right. And move it into my family doctor here. So it turns out that Doctor 1 is also available to see a patient because they've just finished with patient number 11. So we'll move this next patient. We'll call number 12. Move them over here. And update our now serving so that all the patients can see. As soon as Doctor 3 is available, we're going to call up the next patient here. And if actually this patient takes a bit extra long and it's already 10:20, then we just want to go ahead and call this patient, for example. But probably there's time to see patient number 13. I think you can get the idea. The big benefit of this is suppose my clinic is really busy and the wait time is getting long, and maybe I have a few more patients than this even. All I need to do to reduce the flow of patients coming in is to get rid of these online walk-ins, and now no one can book these, and that's going to reduce the amount of patients that are coming into the clinic so my doctors can catch up. If a few more of my patients no-show, then maybe I don't want to make these slots available again, and I could even go as far as changing the schedule in Oscar to add a few more slots. So here is the Oscar online walk-in schedule settings, and this is the location where I can control the amount of walk-in patients I'm going to expect for the day. Because these walk-in appointment slots are in high demand, it allows a patient to be seen at an exact time in very short notice. They tend to book up pretty quickly, so however many appointments you want to have that day, you can just modify the schedule. So if I expect an extra doctor to be able to come in and work an extra shift, I can last minute make a bunch of these slots available even the same day or the day in advance, and patients will typically, once they know about this, they'll book them up for you. So it gives you control over how many patients are coming into the clinic. If your day's looking really busy or a doctor is going to be sick or absent, correspondingly you can just blank out some of these days in the schedule. Although I recommend just instead of that, you can block off part of the schedule, making a do not book section in Oscar directly, because it's a little bit quicker and it's not going to modify all of your future appointments. So a best practice is to create a sort of typical busy day that you would like to see and then block appointments off instead of adding them. Or add a few in between here, and I can control exactly how many patients I want to be seeing. So no doctor is really going to have any gaps. They're going to make more money, the clinic can have more billables, and the patients are going to have a wait time that you pretty much define. If it's longer than half an hour, you might want to tone back your online walk-ins and keep your wait time nice and short so patients stay happy and there's less conflict in the clinic. It took Kensington about a year of trying many different things to arrive at this model, and it's definitely challenging to learn and a little counterintuitive, but I don't think that you'll look back if you give it a try. So we encourage you to try it out. Thanks.